Blessings to you. Welcome to Artist Impact. I'm your host, Jere B. This show is all about great music of every genre. We highlight, feature, and critique singers, bands, musicians, poets, and rappers from our local region and from all over the world. Most you've never heard of before, but we bring them right to your door to encourage them and to see how we can impact their career. Now, helping me to do this is our Impact Panel, or as I like to call them, my panel of love. These are all entertainment professionals, and what they're going to do is review and critique the two artists we are presenting in this episode and see if in some way, somehow, they can make an impact. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Well, let's introduce our panelists tonight. And I got to tell you, this gentleman right here is my personal psychiatrist. He's an artist manager extraordinaire. He's been on the show many times before, and we love him. His name is Vance Anderson. What's happening, Vance?
Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, Jere B.
I know it is, and I appreciate you being here. And also, George Hazelrigg comes to us from that great piano. He finally was able to get from behind it to join us on the show. I love him so much. This is jazz specialist George Hazelrigg. How you doing, my friend?
Very well. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you, brother. And I tell you what, if you've heard of smooth jazz, this gentleman right here put the smooth in smooth jazz. Excellent guitarist, radio host as well. This is Gary Fuston. Gary, how you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
We're honored to have you. I got to tell you, man, wonderful stuff. But I did say that Vance Anderson talks to me off the ledge quite regularly. Now, we know him as an artist manager. He's a record company exec as well as record producer. But you're also producing this young artist from down in Florida, man. Tell me a little bit about what's going on down there.
Yeah, Chris Aiello. He's a great find. He's a guy who just plays every instrument, writes every part, sings every lyric he writes. Pretty amazing guy. You don't often come across somebody quite as talented as him. And so we're having a great time in the studio, almost in final mixes now. So it's very exciting.
Well, you've let me hear a couple of those tracks. Mwah. I know he's got a great mentor in you, man. Thanks again for being on, brother.
Pleasure, man.
And George, really, thank you for allowing me to kid you a lot, man. But I love your piano work, man. I love the work you're doing with Hazelrigg Brothers. And you also have a company that does high-end audio equipment. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. It's actually two companies. One is Hazelrigg Brothers, and we produce everything, including Hazelrigg Industries. No, Hazelrigg Brothers. Hazelrigg Industries. Everything's Hazelrigg around here.
Yeah.
DW Fern is our top line, and Hazelrigg Industries products, and they're all vacuum tube, super high end. We sell them at Sweetwater now, and yeah, it's a real trip because we service like the top guys in the industry. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I dig your sound, man. I love what you guys are doing, and I'm so grateful that you were able to come back on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jerry.
Absolutely. And for the first time coming on again, your music amazes me, man. You did put the smooth in smooth jazz. You're like the second coming of George Benson or something like this. But you also are a great radio host, man. Tell us a little bit about GHP Radio.
Oh, you're too kind, man. Thank you. Yes, GHP Radio, it's a great platform for independent artists, and we enjoy putting a spotlight on all the artists weekly on our video podcast show on YouTube. So for those of you out there, we're always looking for guests to come on. So yeah, it's always been a pleasure. And it was a pleasure to have you on, Jerry, as well. We really enjoyed having you on the show.
I tried to make it as fun as possible. Thank you for joining us here today, my friend. And so we're going to Alton, New Hampshire. And here's a brother that I just recently met virtual through his music. And man, you have a lot of great stuff. How are you doing, Dakota?
Hey, thanks so much. I'm doing really great.
I tell you what, the one that we chose, because there was so much to choose from. You're a very talented young man, but I just love the song of you just sitting there and playing with your guitar. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so This song is one of the more recent ones that I've written, and it's called Bad Vibes. And it's written not only from my perspective, but it's actually one of the only songs, or one of my new songs, that I've written from someone else's perspective.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, we're going to talk about that, but do you mind if we play the song right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do it.
She's not a follower. She's breaking down the rules with a hammer in hand. She'll be a living legend, cutting through the heart of whoever she can. She's gonna break that stride and take your pride, but why would you ever give in? Say what you gotta say, 'cause she's gonna have you eating at the palm of her hand. Oh, she's got those bad vibes creeping round in my head, trying to get me down again, but you know I ain't ever giving up. White lies trying to make me feel alright, not a single thing inside, and I can't believe it. It's like she never left, but she's still in my head with every single bad vibe. Pay the price. Didn't know that I'd be fooled into falling in love, but every move was right. She kept me feeding on the feeling that I could be enough. I didn't think it twice, so ask her why she likes to keep her love on the low. You'll never be her man, 'cause once she's had her fun, then it's time to go. Oh, she's got those bad vibes creeping round in my head, trying to get me down again, but you know I ain't ever giving up. White lies trying to make me feel right, not a single thing inside, and I can't believe it. It's like she never left, 'cause she's still in my head with every single bad vibe. Every single bad vibe. Oh, 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 oh. Every single bad vibe. Oh, she's got those bad vibes creeping round in my head, trying to get me down again, but you know I ain't ever giving up. White lies trying to make me feel alright, not a single care inside, and I can't believe it. It's like she never left, 'cause she's still in my head with every single bad vibe. It's like she never left, 'cause she's still in my head with every single bad vibe.
That's what I'm talking about. No room to hide. Just a man and his guitar. Bad vibes. Vance, what do you think?
Oh man, painful personal experience, I thought.
What do you think, George?
Good vibes, man.
Good vibes. All right. Gary, what did you think?
I thought it was great. Great voice, and your delivery was really good.
Excellent. Well, let's go in deeper. Vance, I know you have a shovel in that closet behind you. Let's put it out and get in there.
Well, I tore my heart out because, I'm working with an artist who is singing songs about pain that he's gone through, and I identified it in that respect. So beautifully recorded, lovely texture to your voice. I really enjoyed that a lot. Careful not to overuse the vibrato, but really, really good. And I'm sure that you sound amazing when you're singing, love songs or a tender song. Maybe I'm a little shocked by the pain stuff anyway. Lyric video, man, whatever you do, you have so many lyrics in that song. Lyric video, it's very important. Got to catch all the words. You're a poet. People need to understand what you're saying. So
Thank you.
And that's fantastic.
That's really that's my impression now.
That's beautiful. Well, George, why don't you go in a little deeper? Pick up where Vance left off.
Yeah. Well, look, you have a great voice. You have a very nice tone to your voice, and I think there's a lot there to work with. And the song's great. also a lot to work with. From where I'm coming from putting on my record producer hat, I hear two things. One is, no, it's actually just one thing. It's refinement that I think you should try to focus on. I had the opportunity to do a couple of gigs with Eva Cassidy the year that she died, and I was always amazed at how refined her guitar playing was. There were some moments in your playing where I thought you kind of slapped the thing a little hard or whatever, and it kind of got a little harsh or whatever. I would try to compress your dynamics a little bit, and I think that will smooth things out and give you a more refined sound.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Very good. Very good. Well, Brother Gary, go for it.
Hey, well, Dakota, I think it was a very, very good song there about bad vibes, and I can kind of relate to the song a little bit there. And I like your delivery. I like your voice. And as Vance was mentioning about the vibrato, I kind of liked it. I liked that vibrato at the end of your voice. But the only thing I can kind of give you some something to think about is just listening to the song, I can hear some great production behind that. So I don't know if that's something you thought about, or if this is supposed to be just an intimate you and the guitar. But I can definitely hear a nice production sound with some more instruments behind there with that. But overall, it's great job.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. That one, that is a demo at the moment. And I'm very excited that in the future, hopefully the near future, I'm going to be able to put that through the studio and get a full production on it.
Awesome.
Well,
that's about all I have for it.
Very good. Well, Dakota, you heard what these gentlemen had to say. Do you have any pushback? Do you have any questions of your own?
I just want to say thank you to all of you for reviewing the song and for being here. And thank you so much for having me on the show. I would say that this song challenged me in a lot of ways because it was one of the first songs that I had written really from someone else's perspective. And I feel as though a lot of my favorite artists, they have that ability to not only write from their perspective, but from someone else's. So I wanted to take the chance to do that. And, you know, I was very inspired by blues and from folk and rock and whatnot. So I just felt like it was a unique song, and I'm really excited that I got to share it with you all.
Very cool. We're glad as well. And stick around because we have to go from New Hampshire to Detroit, Michigan, where Drs. Carol and Gerald Irvin are the comprisal of the great sounds of Imani. How are you both doing?
We're doing great.
Wonderful.
Great. Truly a blessing to be here.
Yes, we are excited.
I know. I tell you what, I could hear it in your music. If you could describe your sound in one word, I know it's contemporary gospel, but how would you describe it in one word?
Well, I guess jazz funk.
Jazz funk.
Right.
Well, you talking my language now. Well, you sent in a wonderful song. Can we play it for our audience right now?
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely.
Excellent.
You know, we got to get this thing together here.
I know what you're talking about.
We got to let them know that they got to give God the praise.
Got to do that.
All they got to do is get up.
And get their praise on.
Right here.
Praise the Lord, come to me this. Come praise the Lord, and clap your hands. If you believe He made you free, just move your feet to the beat. Come praise the Lord and sing your song. Come praise the Lord, everyone. If you believe He made you free, just move your feet to the beat.
When I think about all you done for me,
When I think about your love that made me free,
when I think about it, I just wave my hand.
get up off my feet and start to do my dance. Oh yeah.
Come on,
Praise the Lord and clap your hands.
Come on and lift your hands.
Made you free, just
come on and get your praise
If you
on.
believe it,
and sing your song. Come praise the Lord, everyone.
come on with me.
Made you free,
Oh
just
yeah,
move your feet
yeah.
to the beat.
I've got to tell the world you've been good to me.
Got to tell the world about this praise in me.
I've got to tell the world how you make me feel.
God was praising me and I just can't
about it. Tell the world all about it. Gotta stand up and shout it. Just how good he's been to me. Clap your hands. Come on. Do your dance. Clap your hands. Come on. Get your praise on. Come on and praise him. Come on and get your praise on. Come on. You gotta get up. Praise on. Everybody get on your feet, just shout cause he made you free. Everybody get on your feet, just shout cause he made you free. Oh yeah. Get on your feet, just shout cause he made you free. I wanna dance, I wanna sing, lift up my hands. I got to shout, move your feet. I wanna sing, come on and sing. I wanna sing, come on and shout, lift up my hands. Oh yeah, come on y'all. Come on y'all. Hey, it's the Holy Ghost party. Come on. Come on y'all. Get up. I don't think they heard us.
I don't think so. Somebody needs to be moving like
That's what I'm talking about. Energetic and exciting. Vance, what do you think, man?
Absolutely loved it. I loved it. Very uplifting.
Fantastic. What you got, George?
Straight killing it.
Very cool. And Gary?
Oh, it was awesome. It was very awesome and powerful. I love it.
Absolutely. Now, Vance, you had a short shovel for Dakota. What do you got for Sounds of Imani?
I love this. This was a very accessible song, not just for Christian believers, but for non-believers too. It's a very needed kind of song for the time that we're living in. We're living in crazy times where everything is down, and this was up and bright, and it made me feel very good indeed. Enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I also really enjoyed the dances, the Fenwick Dance Factory. Amazing. I just like the video, beautifully color coordinated, great choreography. Yeah, I have nothing but joy with that song.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. We really wanted to inspire people.
You did it. You got it. If you got Vance, you got it. But you know what? George is picking up where Vance left off. So put your seatbelts on. Let's go for it, George.
I know everybody always expects terrible things out of me. Look, first of all, you sing your asses off. For real. I mean, your vocals are just, that carries everything just on its own. Yeah, just super energy in the track. If I'm putting my producer cap back on, I have two small details to say about really it's just mixed. The first thing is I would have liked to hear a little bit more of a solid chord of the bass sound. You know, I mean, I could hear the top end of it and it, you know, like the slap in it, and that was cool, but I was missing a little bit of just the, you know, the girth at the bottom of it. I think that would just put more energy into the mix. And the other thing is a totally stylistic choice. This is my opinion only, but I would back off on the verb myself. You know, reverb will diminish the dynamic impact of the mix, and you don't need the help. You know what I mean? Like it's all there. You don't have to hide anything. I'd just like to hear that more up front.
All right.
wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah.
We received that. Yes.
Very, very cool. So, Gary, what do you have as you're picking up the last of the comments here?
Oh yeah. Well, the sounds of Imani, I mean, my goodness, it was just awesome. And I loved like I said, I love the video. I love how you had that positive energy with the dancers, both of you out front of the famous Detroit Motown. I mean, it was just awesome. And it was kind of one of those type of videos that just really kept you kept your attention. So you guys did a wonderful job. I love the energy. It was great.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
And I can't really, I mean, I don't have any feedback as far as making it better. I mean, to me, I thought you guys did an excellent job on that.
All right.
All right, you know.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we just try to do what we can.
Yeah.
Well, you
Detroit
definitely
represent.
Definitely. Now, so you've heard everything. Do you have any questions of your own? Do you have any pushback or anything that you want to say to the panelists as a whole?
Well, we appreciate it. You know, we let us know that we're on point. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I wrote down everything that George said. Actually, I wrote down all the points that everybody said, but George is right on with it, because that's one of the things that we noticed. And we were like, well, what can we do better?
Yeah.
And so, everybody's on point. Thank you.
And like you say, George, that bass, we wanted to really get a little, so you can feel that even more, that punch.
Yep, spot on.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, panelists, just stick around. We got to bring Dakota back in here. And I need to ask you, brother, with a wonderful website and a variety of music that you have, what's absolutely next for you in your career?
Next for me is I'm going to be heading to Nashville, and I'm going to be getting in on as many songwriting sessions as I can. I want to write a lot more. I have a lot more that I want to get into the studio, and from there, playing as many gigs as I can as well.
That's excellent. Very, very good. And the good doctors, Dr. Carroll, Dr. Gerald, what do you have next for Sounds of Imani?
Well, we got a lot going on with Sounds of Imani. Yeah.
We're working on a brand new remix.
Yeah.
So we're doing a remix.
So George, get ready.
Yeah. And, just kind of looking at, preparing for some upcoming shows.
And we do a little acting too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so we got things coming up on that end as well. So,
and I think sync licensing is important too. So we're going to be looking at that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, let's bring in the panelists. I think you guys will agree with me that Dakota and Sounds of Imani are going places, and I know you guys are going places too as well. So tell me, Vance, what's next? You already told me about the slamming session that's about to end, but anything else going on you want to inform us?
Well, yeah. I mean, everything's going on in Des Moines, Iowa, with Golden Bear Records with Well Pennies. That's really enjoyable. We've got our screenplay out, trying to sell the screenplay for this animated movie that we've got. I mean, there's all kinds of projects going on. And, just trying to find every direction, move in every direction, and see what we can do with it all. But it's just a joy to listen to good music. It's great to meet new artists and just see people filled with a passion for music. Music is life to me.
That's
always
right.
has been. That's why we're all here. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
well, you got George?
Oh man, been busy around here. My wife and I just bought a new house in town here, and we bought a new cat, which is the adventure. And
teach it how to play the piano, man.
Oh, he does in the middle of the night, actually, if I don't remember to close the lid on it. And we've got a new record coming out in May, and are launching a record label to distribute the records that we're making in vinyl.
All right.
Which is a whole new thing for us.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Gary, what do you got coming up on your busy schedule, brother?
Well, my brother, it's just trying to keep the show going. We're actually getting ready to try to fill our segment up. So right now we're actually trying to fill those dates, trying to get some more artists on, and continue to support the artists, and also we're actually the new 24/7 radio station as well that goes along with it. We're actually doing that, so we're actually getting submissions and tending to that as well. So it's kind of keeping us busy over there.
That's absolutely excellent. Well, my love to all of you. You know, I bless each one of you, and I'm so grateful that you joined us again. Dakota, the Irvins, God bless you both, and just keep it moving. Nothing but success to you. And that's going to do it for this go round on Artist Impact. Thanks again to our Impact panel, Vance Anderson, George Hazelrigg, Gary Fuston, and special thanks to our artists, Dakota Smart and Sounds of Imani. Make sure that you support their artistry now. Go to a show if you're in the area. Definitely buy their music and their merch. And if you are an artist and you have an original performance music video, submit it to artistimpact.armstrong@gmail.com, and let's see how we can impact your career. I'm your host, Jere B. Thank you for joining us. We will see you again next time. God bless.